Well, again, Brian, thank you for sitting down, joining this conversation. Thanks for being here as part of our Champ Summit. Pretty good discussion this morning.
No, excited. A lot of different views, a lot of different contractors. So you get a lot of different context from your own world.
Right.
But it's even nice seeing different specialty subcontractors as well.
Non-electrical.
Yes.
All the mechanicals we work with too. Yeah, we're definitely electrical first, but we work with more and more mechanicals all the time. But and so you've been pretty involved with RIVET since the beginning.
I beta tested it, and then my team went through pretty much all the processes of reviewing it.
Yep.
And then once we decided to go that way, then implementing and rolling it out to the company.
All right. Well, I guess I kind of jumped the gun, but maybe let's talk about ERMCO a little bit first, right? So you guys are one of the largest. One of the largest big specialty contractor in the Midwest, right? One of the largest in Indiana, primarily in electrical work. Give me a little background on the company.
The company was started in 1962, so we've been rolling for quite a while.
Yeah.
We were a company owned by 5 siblings, the Gossetts, before we became an ESOP about 9 years ago. So I've worked with the company 27 years. Started as an apprentice, and I've had multiple different jobs throughout my process, but right now I'm the Director of Innovation Development, so I oversee a lot of our operation construction technology, which includes RIVET, and then I oversee our purchasing department.
ERMCO has seen a lot of growth, I know, in the last 5 years.
Yeah, we've moved from 15 years ago we had 300 people out in the field. We're roughly 850 today. So it's grown immensely over the time, and is with the Hyperscale work coming, it's only going to grow even more.
What do you credit all that growth, or what's made you successful? What do you think's made the company successful in all that growth? I mean, is it culture? Is it process? Is it the market? Is it all the above?
I think it is all the above. I think being an ESOP and the culture that goes with that helps with refining and working better together, having the communication, not having silos, because what's good for one is good for all. So sometimes someone's job's a little harder because they got to do it a certain way, but it makes it better for the whole company, so they grin and bear it, opposed to in the past they might have went back and said, no, we're not doing that. So, but we got great field leaders, great executive leaders, and we have a great team at ERMCO, so that makes it a lot easier. I mean, we're in construction, so not every day's perfect and great and sunshine, but overall, great company. Like I said, we have grown. We moved to a new home office a couple years ago, which helped out. Bigger facility, nicer, but overall, the work, there's a lot of work in Indy, and we work pretty much in a centralized area, but we do joint venture across the country with different roundtable partners and different electrical contractors on some hyperscale work as well.
Yeah, so obviously, RIVET's all about labor, and there's a lot of pressures on the labor market with what's going on in construction with all the hyperscalers and the data centers. Are you guys seeing some of those impacts on your ability to staff projects, and you projected a lot of growth from all of that too?
Yeah, I think all of what you said is true. For us, I mean, we utilize RIVET from the pre-construction process, so looking at prospective projects. And then on the other hand, we're able to utilize the software to go out to the end user and prove we can man it and do it as well. So before that, you was working Power BI, spreadsheets. You can make it however you want to make it look. So at the end of the day, the visibility, and then for our operations team, our estimating team, pre-con, to be able to look at what we're projecting on actual manpower needs versus perspective. It helps us align and make sure that we don't get in a spot where we can't man jobs or can't do it. Yes, we are going to grow. We possibly could double our workforce over the next 18 months with the hyperscale work that we have in-house. So definitely a little worrisome in times, but if you have the tools and the people in place to make it happen, we're going to be able to make it.
Yeah, you said earlier, you got good field leaders, right? That's really the foundation of every electrical contractor, right? You got to have guys or gals who can run work. Is that going to be a challenge if you're going to double your workforce?
It definitely will. We've had to definitely move some of the younger leaders into bigger roles. And then even with some of the mega work that is going, I mean, we got guys that have ran work for years, but maybe not to the scale that they're going to run or be part of. Now with the hyperscales, we are joint ventured, so they are bringing in some of their supervision as well. And they have worked in that market as well. So the expertise in that field already in-house makes a big difference.
Yeah, no, that helps a lot. Do you feel like using Rivet has had an impact on your supervision and your ability to run and staff jobs as you've grown?
I think with our labor team, to be able to see who's out there, utilize all the different facets of Rivet, to be able to go in and look at the mapping, see where people live, see where the projects are, to be able to look at their certifications or trainings and align with what projects we're bidding and what we're doing helps us a lot in that aspect. And then our operational leaders being able to go in and have more transparency of what's going on, who's scheduled to the jobs, who's there, and to be able to contact them through the software for a project if it's shut down or anything along that lines. We never really had that before. So to have it more of that all in one place definitely helps us a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard Dave say to me, we turn down work right now, right? Because we can see.
Yeah, we evaluate work. I don't know, turn it down, right? It's just where we go with the evaluation process.
That's right. You're smarter about how you take on work and where you take on work because you want to provide a good product for the customer in the end, right?
Yeah, and you brought David up. I mean, our president, CEO, I mean, he's in the weeds to a degree that he needs the resources and true analytics to be able to make true business decisions for ERMCO. And so with the software, we try to give him all the backup that he needs to be able to lead the company and help us get to where we want to be and not put us at risk at the end of the day.
Exactly, yeah. What do you think the biggest, maybe first, so you're involved in the evaluation and deciding whether to work with us. What was the number one factor? Why'd you choose to work with us?
We had a similar software before that was not nearly, I say similar, it was never at that advanced, and it made a difference. So with that software, it went away, got bought up, and we didn't like where it went, so we had to find something else. And out there in the market, I mean, you guys are definitely the leader and the most advanced, and with meeting with your team and reviewing the product and their knowledge and their willingness to work with us and spend time, and it's just not a money transaction, it's more of we want you to be successful so we can be successful. And we've always lived by that mentality that, if you can make me money, I can make you money, and we both succeed. That's the part of doing business together.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad to hear that because that's what I preach internally, and I hope that it always comes out in all of our teams, interactions, right, with our customers.
Have that mentality because, we're not out to lowball and put someone at risk and drop them down where they can't have a profitable business and stay in business and have a good culture as well.
Yep. No, that's great. So you guys had already used the platform, and so you'd already decided this was an important problem to solve. And then you saw us as a market leader. Was there any particular part of what value we provided that really got you the buy-in, got the executive team to potentially buy in too?
Biggest part was just being able to manage our manpower and have something visible that we could utilize to go through with our project managers on needs, wants on projects, and have it where everybody was seeing the same thing. We weren't looking at, chalkboards or magnetic boards or pieces of paper that someone had wrote stuff on and trying to work through.
Yeah.
To be able to see in their face, their contact information, their certs, their tags, everything that goes along with it, and be able to actually place them on projects, look at actually having a manpower curve that relates to the type of work that we do, and then be able to utilize that as we move on the project as things slip or pull or push, to be able to utilize that for our back end information is nice as well.
Yeah. Has there been any surprises or like what's been the most pleasant surprise of working with the team or working in the platform? Is there anything that you weren't expecting?
I think the pleasant surprise is, we have a couple of different softwares, and yours being one of them, that we can reach out, make a phone call, and we can get an answer and we can get resolution. We have others that it could take a week or 2 weeks to get something, even that we're working on it or so the flexibility, we always talk about flexibility and nimbleness of companies to work with you. We all have full-time jobs at the end of the day, and when you get someone calling you needing something right away, it's hard to jump sometimes. But your company's done that for us and been willing to go above and beyond, writing new code for us and helping us with all our integrations with all our different softwares. I think we might have been one of the first or two for COINS ERP that you guys integrated with. So working with us and understanding that, we're not necessarily programmers at the end of the day, and helping us along was definitely very nice.
Yeah. Again, that's just great to hear, because I try to preach we care, we should all care, right? Number one thing. And also, like, we're all here. Like, you're here in Detroit because this is where, like, the people are. You're not calling somebody who is overseas or in another time zone. When you guys call someone up at Rivet, they're sitting here at the office. It's Adam or Dana or Brittany, right? Or Jesse. I can name them all.
Yep.
They're going to be the people you're going to get a hold of, and that's good that you're having that experience, because that's what we want.
No, and like I said, we're excited, and it just keeps getting more fluid and better as we learn more and we utilize it more. We learn things and we can utilize it better. And then our buy-in from, I say, our end users, which is our project managers and even some of our field leaders, and then our operational leads, to be able to go in and pull analytics and look at things and be where we don't have to have a Teams meeting every week on every little thing that's going on. We can meet with our marketing team and estimating team to look at our prospective projects that we're looking at, be able to click them on and have a quick conversation. It makes it immensely easier.
Yeah. What about this conference? Have you been to Detroit before?
No, first time
in Detroit.
Yeah.
Not far. It's not too far from Indy.
No, it's nice, other than trying to park my truck in the parking garage.
Yeah, well, that would have been a little tight. Might have been a little tight, but well, welcome. I mean, first time Champ Summit. We do this every year. Again, it's at first I questioned, like, this is kind of pricey. Like, especially when we were a little bit smaller. I was like, is this really where we should be spending our money? But like, it's just pays dividends. What's your impression so far of the group and the conversations, and any early takeaways from just the first half day? Like I said earlier,
being able to meet other contractors that are working on the platform. Not everybody does it identically, and it makes it nice to hear how other people utilize, and then to be able to meet someone face to face is always nice. You always see people on Teams or on video calls, and it is nice to see the personal side of people opposed to just the business side.
Yeah, absolutely. Any like interesting takeaways from we talk about the look aheads, the project plan, like all these things. Like, what's your hot take on what we've been talking about in the rooms the last couple hours?
I think it's great. I mean, majority of companies struggle with the scheduling and the 3-week forecasting at the end of the day. So my take on it is it's a great avenue for us to look at, give you option to decide where you're going to go with your business and see if it fits within your platform. Hope it does, because I think it would be a great asset to at least ERMCO and our team, and I think probably everybody else in the building. But having plenty of people to give you input on their thoughts and why it would be good or not good with their companies, you have to weigh all that out and make a decision what's best for your company.
Any surprises about, some of the process that other contractors are using for or how they're using RIVET, based on, what you knew before coming here?
I don't know that I have a whole lot on that avenue. I mean, especially with the scheduling and that, there are some companies that are very more advanced in scheduling. That they do internally more than we do. But I don't know that anything is a big shocker at the end of the day. We do a lot of the same work, whether it's mechanical or electrical. We're on the same jobs, working with the same GCCMs. So it's nice to be able to meet with them, understand their workflows, but our work isn't always identical work. So we are a little bit different in certain avenues of it.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised in my group, at least, because we had 2 shops that did no planning, start date, end date.
Yes.
Right. But no detailed phase, systems, whatever, right? Like breakdown. And then 2 shops that did detailed.
And I think you get into where you're getting schedules from the GCCMs, and they're only a point in time.
Yes.
And to invest 40, 80, 120 hours in building a schedule that is workable and feasible, and then next week get a new one that drops it out. I think that's why you see some companies that don't invest a lot of time up front. We're sort of in the middle somewhere at the end of the day, and we've been contemplating whether we're going to hire a scheduler in-house to do some of that for us. We did just hire an outside for one of our huge projects, because it just fits the bill for that one. But we don't have that expertise in-house that is a true scheduler.
I got a few more questions. I'm curious about how you guys are using RIVET inside of ERMCO. So who are the main labor movers? Is it general super or operations leader, or who's that person? Or do you have like labor schedulers?
The way it comes out is once we get awarded the job, my team, one of our engineers, sets up the project or makes it active from perspective. And then once it's entered into COINS or ERP, it transitions the opportunity number to job number. So it's pretty much identical in there. And then from that point, it gets handed off to our director of field operations. And they manage all the labor for the company. So we're more administrative in my department, but our field team manages all the placement, all the moves, all the certs, tags, and then of course scopes of the field leaders that are in there.
Are the field leaders doing requests or flagging people for transfer? They're not today. Not yet.
I would love that to happen. And so hopefully we'll get there.
What do you think's the hesitation there right now?
I don't know that I want to go on tape saying that.
Okay, no. This will be we can talk about it later. I'll ask you later.
Our director of labor doesn't want to do it.
No, we won't put that in.
And we both report to Dave. So
got it. Are the PMs forecasting though?
They are forecasting.
The PMs are doing it, or is it the field ops? Okay,
so we actually do projections every month to the executive team on every WIP project. And once that's done and closed, that next week they go in and forecast. So we forecast once a month. So, and then we see whether it red flagged against the projected that we get out of their executive projection they do. So we can flag it and, have discussions about it. So we do pull in out of the ERP to our total man hours actually used, our labor rates, and then our projected hours at completion. So it definitely ties to everything that we have within RIVET to compare it.
Do you have the Insights beta? Have you seen it?
I have not used the Insights page.
Okay, where it's should like flag jobs for like overmanning, turnover, give you a projected productivity loss based on, even if the job's not, those things haven't happened yet on the job, but just based on the forecast and how it's changed, or based on how the job is staffed. Okay.
That's something I'll have to get with Dana on. We'll have to get scheduled something out.
I don't know if it's in general, we call it GA, general availability yet, or if it's still like in beta. It's like a pretty new thing. I saw it pulled up on one of the contractors who pulled up the Rivet
because
today.
You said Insights, and we use Autodesk as well, and they have an Insights page.
They have an Insights page,
we've been working in that, but no, we have not worked within Rivet.
I was just curious if you'd seen it yet. So it's hard to quantify, but how would you view the overall impact of adopting Rivet at ERMCO? How would you describe it?
I think it's a big deal. I think it's something that if we hadn't have done that, especially with the amount of work that is in the market today, that we could have took on more than we should have at the end of the day. Yes, we would have done it and got it done, but we would have not been as good at the job and definitely not as profitable at the end of the day. And that's the last thing you want to do, is to leave a bad taste in the customer's mouth at the end of the day. So the visibility of where we're at is immense because of it. So I think it's a huge asset to our company, and I wouldn't want to go away from it at this given point.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Brian. Really appreciate you coming on, doing this, having this conversation with me, being part of the Champ program. And it's my favorite event of the year. It's why I do this. And again, it's been fun.
No, it's great that your company does this, Ryan, and I appreciate you having us out and being part of it. I think it's worthwhile to be face-to-face and to be around other contractors that have the same will and want to get better and be better. So I appreciate it as well.